Hey guys, Kaylee here and welcome back to the Honeystead. I have quite a bit of herbs that I need to go ahead and harvest and get them hanging before the frost comes in and completely and totally wipes them out. So I have my basket here and we're gonna get started. Got some really yummy mint here. I'm gonna leave these guys alone. Hopefully they'll continue to grow pretty big, but I don't really know. This sage is just turning into a massive plant that we need to go ahead and harvest before it starts to freeze. Unfortunately, I missed the opportunity to harvest my beautiful tri-colored sage. There might be a little bit that we can get, but the cold got to it. The other thing that we can go ahead and harvest is this rosemary. So my plan is to harvest my sage and my rosemary and then go ahead and pick through the garden for the last bit of produce that's growing before I completely lose it to winter. Oh, I have peppers. I completely forgot that I have my peppers that I need to harvest. Look at these guys. So some of them are already nice and red. We need to go ahead and pick these guys before it starts to really get cold, which it's happening. I already have the fire going. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give up my garden. I do have some things growing for my fall garden. This is my winter squash bed. And then you guys might have seen already that I planted my garlic. And I have got some Thyme pumpkins that I think it's about time to pick. So, the cold is starting to affect this bed already. So we might go ahead and pick this. And I'm gonna show you guys how we cook some Thyme pumpkins. I think it's about ready. I think so. What else do we have going? Oh, my little tomatoes. I have quite a few Black Beauty tomatoes that are ready, and then a couple of these pork chops that are ready. Let's see. This has definitely been a good tomato. My kale is still growing. But I'm here for these herbs, so let's get harvesting. What I love about sage is that it makes such an amazing herb to cook with, and it dries beautifully. My goodness, it smells great. I might also have some thyme that we can harvest as well. It looks like it. But this has been such a prolific herb in my garden. You know, it's funny because last year basil grew for me beautifully, but this year definitely has to be sage. Sage definitely grows well here. At least this year. I've got a little, oh hi little honeybee. Like she's landing. That's the beautiful part of having your bees up in your garden. It's so nice to be able to watch them come and land on actually all of your herbs and enjoy them just as much as I do. So this year I will say the stevia and the mint, the lavender, basil, and the hyssop were probably one of the bees' favorites. So they're going to be planted again next year. Don't have as much, oh my gosh, I love thyme. I don't have as much thyme as what I was hoping. Get it? I don't have as much thyme growing and as well as thyme. I wish I had more thyme. But that's a lesson from the garden. You appreciate the time that you do have, right? This is going to go really well with some of the dishes that we have planned. from our animals that we were able to harvest this year. So definitely lessons from the garden. Rosemary next. Gosh, that's amazing. There is something completely and totally beautiful about the ability to grow your own herbs. You cannot compare dried store-bought herbs to fresh grown herbs. I mean, it's completely uncomparable. I might have to make some hot tea tonight and add some of this mint in it. Oh. You know what? What I love about mint is that the more you trim it, the more it comes back. And when it goes to bloom, one little plant can produce hundreds of thousands of flowers, and the bees just love them. So if you don't have mint growing in your herb garden, definitely do. And don't forget to trim it. I almost forgot. I have all of these chives that I need to harvest too. We're gonna go ahead and do that. This is going to get a nice haircut. Smells amazing. While I'm out here, we are gonna go ahead and harvest these peppers because they are hot and ready. My plan is to go ahead and dehydrate them. And then crush them up and put them in containers so I can have my own chili flakes. Add a little bit of spice. I have to tell you guys a funny story about hot peppers. So one of my grandmothers is actually from Thailand, and she is about 5'8", maybe. She's very petite. Maybe that's even giving her a little bit of credit. She might be even shorter than that. So my grandfather is about 6'2". So my grandfather started to notice that before she would go and tend to her peppers, she'd actually kind of pick a fight with him. And he asked her one day, he was like, why do you get so angry and get into a fight and argue with me before you go and you take care of your peppers? And she laughed because the story behind taking care of her peppers and getting angry is that she believes, and maybe this is a cultural thing, she believes that the angrier you are when you go to take care of your peppers, the hotter your peppers are gonna be. So now we have an ongoing joke, and we know before she's gonna go take care of her peppers if she gets feisty and wants to pick a fight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this inside. I feel like I've got a good amount of produce that we were able to harvest. Definitely stay tuned for another video because I'm gonna show you guys actually how I dry a lot of my herbs and preserve them for the winter months. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old.